Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 79 of Cameron's Social Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Sturgill, and today I have with me Robb Killen. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Cameron. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Nice. Now, for any of the guys who don't know, Rob is a puppeteer who works for Wisharu Park, Muppets from Space, Elmo and Grouchland, the Albertland Kids Club show,
Mhm.
and his own character, Webster.
That's right. Yep. We got some of his stuff back here.
And he was Circuitous on Mr. Henry's Wild and Wacky World.
Yes, Circuitous. Yes, that was a really fun character to play.
That's nice. So, let's begin our first question.
Great.
So, how did you get interested in puppetry?
Oh, Cameron, that's a great question. Um, so I grew up in Hawaii. I was born and raised in Hawaii, and my father was a minister of a church, and they had a puppet group that did puppets, but it wasn't kids; it was adults that did a puppet group, and they would get shows together, and they do it at the county fair, at malls and different places. And so my parents were involved in this adult puppet group. I believe it was called Master Control at the time. And my sister and I were just about 14 months apart. We just had to tag along because both my parents were in this group. And so we were there for all their practices and just being around it, just picked it up and said, "Hey, can we do one or two things in the show?" And so they let us do a little by little until we started doing kind of our own bits in the show. And so that's just kind of how it started. As a kid, most everybody else kind of outgrew it. I stuck with it, continued it on through when I was in college. I went to a Christian school out in California, and there was a puppet ministry group I was involved in, and I led it one year. And we toured around all over California, New Mexico, Arizona, doing shows in different churches. Um, and then, ironically, in 1993, I believe it was, my father was going to try to get me a gift for Christmas. And so he called a good friend of our family, Steve Pennington. I think you actually had him on your show. Great guy, wonderful puppeteer. And so my dad called him up and was trying to say, "Hey, what would be a good puppet character for me to get for Rob for Christmas?" And as they were talking, Steve was also producing a show here in Nashville at the Opryland theme park, Opryland, USA, which is no longer here, sadly. But Steve was producing that show, and he said, "Hey, we need a puppeteer for the summer because our main puppeteer is going to be out. And do you think Rob would be interested in doing that?" And my dad's like, "I don't know. I'll ask him." And so my dad asked me, "Hey, you want to?" Steve saying, "You want to be a puppeteer in Nashville?" And growing up in Hawaii, I had no idea really where Nashville was or anything about it. But I said, "Sure, sounds like fun." And so I came out in the summer of '93, puppeteered in the theme park, doing 4 shows a day, 6 days a week. Had a blast, learned a lot, met a lot of really talented folks. And then I came back the next year and decided I'm just going to move to Nashville and finish up college there. And then from there, just other opportunities came to pass. But that's kind of how it started. It was just all in a church puppet group for adults that I was just hanging around as a 7 year old, and just never really gave up puppetry.
Nice. So, what was your first puppetry gig?
So it would probably be that at Opryland. Um, it was in a show called the Kids Club Show, and so it involved there was one adult, human adult performer, and three kids. They were probably ages 8 to 12, and there was three or four different casts of those kids. So one adult, three kids. There was a person in a costume character, a rhinopotamus costume character. His name was KC, was the character's name, and then there was a puppet character named Buzz, and and that his character was a little bit like I guess Bart Simpson at the time. It was kind of his character, kind of a little ornery, mischievous character. And so in 1993, that summer, that was my first paid puppetry gig at Opryland, USA. And like I said, I had no idea where in Nashville was. Never been there before. Never been to Tennessee. Didn't know anything about the Grand Ole Opry. And so had a crash course and all of that, but I've made lifelong friends just from that start, and liked it so much. I came back the next summer and just said I'm just going to move there, and that's kind of where it took off. All my other gigs kind of stemmed from that first paying gig. And it was all thanks to my dad talking to Steve Pennington at the time, um, and they said, "Hey, you think Rob might want to work in summer?" Like, and there it was. So I'm still here in Nashville. It's over 30 years later.
What are you drinking?
That is just some water. It's a souvenir cup from the Nashville Sounds AAA baseball team. But all I really drink ever is water. It seems to be the best beverage for me.
Okay. You puppeteered Buzz.
Correct. And I
And
wish I still had the puppet. I don't have him anymore. They had him, and then I had possession of him. Then they took him back for something they were going to do, and I never saw him again. And I have no idea where he ended up. It was made by Animax, which I think you had Chuck Fawcett on here. So his company created and developed that character.
you know, there was Janet Ivy.
Correct. That's right. She was in the Kids Club show as the lead human character, singing and dancing. Fantastic woman. She's still around doing Janet's Planet, a lot of awesome stuff. Actually, I think I've got this picture. You can't really see it back there, but that was one of my early things with Webster, and that's a picture of her and I on film location somewhere doing a little fishing scene. But I forgot I had that up there.
Nice. All right. Moving on to the movies.
Yes.
What was it like working on Muppets from Space?
uh, Muppets from Space was phenomenal. It was a just to be on the same set as some of these puppeteers that I grew up watching their work, even just some of the human actors that I've seen on TV. I was a little starstruck, um, but it was just so great. I was able to assist with some of the background characters. Um, if you've, those who've seen the movie, there's these alien gonzos that eventually come down towards the end of the movie. So I got to be in the scene where they're coming down and singing "Celebrate Good Times" in the band there. But even when I wasn't actually performing, it was just phenomenal to watch. Just watch the movie come together with all these actors, and just working alongside some of these really talented folks.
I need to show you this.
Hey, there you go. You got it. All right. Muppets from Space. Yeah, it was a blast. That movie, along with Elmo and Grouchland, were filmed almost back to back in Wilmington, North Carolina. I believe it is 98, the summer and winter or Decemberish time of 98. And so um, it was kind of fun to be involved in both of those actually on the same location, just a few months apart. Um, I think we had talked earlier about Eddie May. He and I worked there together a lot. We roomed together for a while, and it was just a great time. So fun.
Do you have behind the scenes footage or photos of Muppets from Space?
I do have some. I would have to dig those up. I have some from Muppets from Space, and I have more footage of Elmo and Grouchland. Um, on the Muppets in Space, when we were filming that, I was also beginning to work on Wisharoo Park, another series that was on PBS, and so my time was split between the two. So I was there a little bit for Muppets from Space, and then had to fly out do some things for Wisharoo. So my time was a little bit, like I said, divided for both of those. So I didn't spend as much time on the Muppets from Space as I did Elmo and Grouchland.
What characters do you play on Muppets from Space?
Like I said, in that one, I wasn't in a ton of scenes just because I was splitting time between two projects. So the main thing would have been the alien Gonzos. In in particular, the scene where they came down, they were singing "Celebrate Good Time" by Kool and the Gang. I was assisting. I believe I was the character who was playing the bass, kind of the bass guitar. That character in the band in the big spaceship scene where they're playing the music and welcoming Gonzo because they've found him, his long lost brother.
All right, moving on from Muppets from Space, you got to work on Elmo and Grouchland.
Yes, yes. I spent more time on that set because I didn't have any other projects going on. Ironically, that set we had gone from I was assisting other folks like Ricky Boyd and Eddie May, Greg Jarnigan. They were doing Inside Outdoors with TNN, and so we were filming that previously. They're the ones who actually told me about, hey, the Muppets are getting ready to make a movie, and so we went straight from working on Inside Outdoors to the filming the Muppets there in North Carolina. So it was kind of fun going back to back, and then Muppets from Space was right after that. So it's three big projects in a row. Um, but Elmo and Grouchland was fantastic because I grew up as a Sesame Street kid, Electric Company and Sesame Street. That's what I grew up with, and it was just a blast. Just to be on, I know it was a set that they built for that, but it was a replica, not the original. Um, but to be on the stoops of 123 Sesame Street, to sit on the steps, to see Oscar's trash can, um, Big Bird walking around, all of those. In fact, I think up on this picture, I got it framed there. One of Big Bird's feathers while we're filming, it just fell off of the costume. I did not take it off the costume, in case anybody asked. It had fallen off the ground as they were moving around. So I went and got one of Big Bird's feathers just to have as a souvenir because Carol Spinney was just a fantastic gentleman. I absolutely loved his work as Oscar and Big Bird, and he was just such a nice man. I remember on set, he'd be sitting in his chair waiting for a scene. His wife would be sitting next to him, and he'd go do a scene, and he'd come back and sit, and he'd ask his wife, "Hey, did that look okay? Did that look okay?" And she's like, "Oh, it looked great, honey." And she'd have a sandwich for him. Just the nicest people in the world. Um, Jerry Nelson, Marty Robinson, all those guys, and Bob. They're so great. We'd go out to restaurants and we run into them, and they were so kind to let us. We were a little starstruck, with all these people, but they were just so kind to talk to us and welcome us. And I'll never forget we had a little get together party with some of our us kind of secondary background puppeteers, but folks like Jerry Nelson and those guys, they actually came to our party, and they just would regale us with stories about them and Jim Henson doing different things. Unfortunately, I never got to meet Jim Henson. I've been to his office in New York. I've been in there to see the cool Bert and Ernie stained glass and all that, but he had already passed away. Um, but just to work with those guys who had worked with Jim Henson, and just to live in all that, these are my childhood people that I grew up watching and appreciating their work, and to be a part of something that they were in was just fantastic. Um, Probably one of my highlights would have been in the scene in Elmo and Grouchland where Huxley comes down and there's this big unwelcome sign, um, and Elmo's there and they start throwing trash at Elmo like "Go away, scram!" And I got to assist Steve Whitmire on one of his characters and throw trash at Elmo. But to assist Steve, one of the big guys there was just so fun. We spent a tons of time walking around the set, taking pictures and video and different things. We were like kids in a candy shop. It was just such a once in a lifetime opportunity for somebody like me, and I just wanted to milk it for all it's worth, and it was just such a blast.
Do you have behind the scenes footage or photos of Elmo and Grouchland?
I do. They're probably on the may have converted them to DVD somewhere. If you want, I can try to send you some at some point. I do have a lot behind the scenes of Elmo and Grouchland. Some of us just walking around the set. Um, Actually, I still have because they would have what I love is the attention to detail on these sets. For example, in Grouchland, they would have newspapers that the Grouches were reading. Now, you would think they just would just say newspaper and some scribble words on there, but they actually had like actual um, articles and ads and stuff based in Grouch thing. Yeah, I may have them right over. If you want me, I can try to take a 30 seconds, see if I can find one. I think I have it. Let's see. Well, this isn't the actual. I have a actual newspapers here somewhere, but I did. So I did actually. We'd get storyboards each day before we shot of the scenes that we're shooting, and so I saved some of those because I thought those would be super cool to have. Of each scene that we're shooting, what happens when, all those things, who says what the camera shot's going to be for the day. So I've got just a whole bunch of those. Each day of our shots that we'd have shot. They were pretty cool. um, what else I got in here? Let's see. Well, I've actually got some of the scripts and the revisions from each of our days on set. You can see all the revisions and the names and all those types of things on there. No, I have the newspaper somewhere though. So that's kind of the some of the script action there that they've had. It was back in '98, so I'm sure computers were not as advanced then, but um, which is very cool. So this was the Muppets from Space One, and then that was the Elmo and Grouchland. And if you want, I can take another 30 seconds to see if I can find that uh, newspaper, but I thought it was in this one spot. But that's up to you. I don't want to hold you up.
You have some DVDs of the behind the scenes stuff.
I do. I'd have to locate that. I think I did digitize a bunch of that recently. I may have it on a flash drive somewhere, but I'd have to dig that up. But I do have some behind the scenes of them filming. So you see the cameras and everybody and the puppeteers. Then I've got just some scenery of just us walking around the set when no filming is going on. Because all the sets are built up about 3 or 4 feet off the ground, so puppeteers can walk around and not have to lay on the ground, and they can have the puppets walk and so forth. So everything, the whole set is built up, probably about this tall.
Will you send it to me on Outlook?
I can do that, yeah. When we're done, shoot me a reminder, and I'd love to try to find that and see if I can get that to you because it is very interesting. I've shown that many times to other folks, and they're in awe of just seeing how all the background stuff comes together to make this movie magic, which is phenomenal.
All right. I do have a VHS copy of this.
Hey, all right, Elmo and Grouchland. There you go. And that one has wonderful stars and cameos in that one too. I would say of all the Muppets, probably on Sesame Street, my absolute favorite character is Grover. And of the Muppets, it's Fozzie Bear. Those two characters are my absolute favorite. And I did not ever get to get a picture with Fozzie Bear, but I got a picture of me and Grover, um, and me and Oscar and Carol Spinney, which is just awesome.
I do have a package from Japan.
Oh my goodness! Wow, look at that! Wow, that is phenomenal in different languages. That's so great.
So this is the Japanese copy of the DVD.
That's awesome. Now, are all the voices, are they all in Japanese, or is it kind of subtitles and they're still speaking in English?
They speak in English.
Oh, okay. All right. So the original characters and they put Japanese subtitles. Okay. That's awesome.
Moving on from Elmo and Grouchland. What was it like working on Wisheroo Park?
Oh, that was really fun. I was really involved in that one. So Paula Luciano is the creator of that. And she got with Chuck Fawcett of Animax. And I initially came on board with that to help with the set building, because I also did some set building on the side as well. So I worked for a long time with the crew building the sets for that. And then we filmed actually the first three episodes. So we did built all the sets, did three episodes. They were going to pitch it and see how it was responded to before we did any more. So we filmed three episodes. For the first three episodes, I mainly assisted, like right hand on Wisheroo with Eddie May, or on Ranger Bob. I do the frog and some of the ducks, mainly as a secondary character. After the first three, however, I was brought on board as a writer, and so I wrote. Let's see, how many did I write? I may have written eight of the next 10 episodes, maybe somewhere like six or seven, eight, something like that. So I wrote episodes for it, and then I also then moved into the role as being the lead puppeteer for the Monkey B character. So on Wisheroo, I got to build sets, write episodes, and puppeteer, and it was so fun to be able to create a story and then puppeteer it, and then see it be produced and aired on TV. So for the second half, for the final 10 episodes, I puppeteered as Monkey B on the show, which was just so great. It's such a colorful set. The characters are just lovable. Just beautiful show. I wish we could do more. Actually, I thought it was such a well done show.
Nice. And the puppeteers are visible in the show.
Um, well, when you watch the show, you wouldn't see the puppeteers. There are no humans visible in Wisheroo. It's just characters, and a lot of really good puppeteers. So again, like Eddie May, Ricky Boyd did a lot of that. Jeff Conover. I'm not sure if you've had him on your show or not, but and then Chuck Fawcett. So all those guys, super talented guys. We just had a blast filming. We would be just goofing off. I'll never forget Eddie May just giving me grief. Had one scene where I was puppeteering Monkey B, and he was supposed to run around and then spin around and drop out of frame, like he was kind of dancing, spun and drop out around. And so I keep doing that, and I keep knocking into Eddie May, who's next to me puppeteering, just about knocking him over. And he's like, "Why do you keep hitting me?" And then it just finally occurred to me after about probably 10 or 15 takes that I was just using my whole body and spinning around and falling out of frame. And rather than, it's like, oh, the puppet is the only one that needs to fall out of frame. Like me as a puppeteer, I was physically spinning my body and falling down rather than just having my puppet fall down. I was just kind of caught up. It's kind of how a puppeteer. I use my whole body, and so he was giving me grief about that. You just have to use your arm. You don't have to use your whole body to fall down and take everybody else out. So, but we had a blast. We were joking around a lot on the set. Just had a great time with those guys.
And do you have behind the scenes footage or photos of Wisheroo Park?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I've got lots of that as well. So I think that's probably all in the same DVD that I'll try to look up for you.
And you should send it to me on Outlook.
Yeah, I think I can probably do that. I'll make sure I digitize it so I can send a file to you.
You got to work on another show. Oh wait, I forgot something. Here's Wisherfish.
There he is, Wisherfish. Yes, I have the whole collection. There's somewhere in the cabinet here. Wisherfish, also puppeteered by Eddie May. He did Wisheroo and Wisherfish both. Um, but yeah, Wisherfish, he would always tell a story in the middle of the episode, kind of reading a story to the park pals that would relate to whatever situation was going on, kind of a lesson out of. There's a story within a story. But that was Wisherfish, and he and Mermy would live inside of this fountain in the middle of the park, and he was kind of the wise old sage in the park. That's awesome.
And I have a VHS copy.
There you go. Okay, and the wishing bottle. Yes, awesome. Yeah, so that set that you can see there, I mean, all those houses and stuff, we had to hand cut all the shingles, and actually nail it together. And then I remember us transporting it to the studio on the back of a pickup truck, and we were all sitting in the back holding this huge set pieces as we were driving down the interstate trying to get to the studio. Um, but yeah, so fun. It's just a beautiful set.
All right. You got to work on another show called Mr. Henry's Wild and Wacky World.
Yeah, yeah, that was for that show. I actually got to do both live acting and puppeteering. Um, so crazy note on the live acting. So we're gonna head down to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and they have a big passion play theater, huge, almost like a biblical village in Eureka Springs, small town. And we were heading down there actually on 9/11, that morning of September 11th, 2001. I remember getting to the parking lot to get on the tour bus to go head from Nashville down there, and we hear about the Twin Towers and all that stuff. And it was just such a surreal time because as all that's happening, we're driving on a tour bus, going to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, watching all of this on satellite TV. Um, I think the hotel they had us staying at was actually like this hotel on this haunted hotel registry, and it's kind of a creepy hotel anyway. So it was just a weird time to be down there and then filming these biblical stories. Um, Despite all that, though, it was a lot of fun. That was the acting part of it, where I played some of the biblical characters like David and Goliath and different things. Um, and funny thing on that, I also one episode played Daniel from Daniel in the Lion's Den, and they had a lion. There was a big cat rescue place, and so they had a big lion named Lucas, and Lucas had an abscessed tooth or something. They're gonna have a tooth pulled, and so they were going to give him a tranquilizer and put him to sleep anyway. And so they coordinated to have me as Daniel. Let's go film Rob as Daniel with Lucas the lion as he's been tranquilized and sleeping. So uh, as if you see those episodes, I'm actually laying beside this live lion who is tranquilized. And what you can't see is there's two guards on either side outside of the camera frame with these large guns in case he wakes up while we're filming. But my heart was pounding as I'm laying literally right on. I think I was actually laying on his belly of a live lion, which was kind of freaky. But so anyway, that was the live acting part. The puppeteering was done in studio in Nashville. And I helped friend of mine, Brian Parker, who does a lot of set design and props and different things. So I helped him build some of the sets for that. Um, and so I performed Circuitous, which was a robot character who's kind of attached to the wall. A little bit of a different type of puppet rig, where he had his mouth moved. I would pull a lever, so to speak, and so the mouth would, I believe it was actually reversed. So I would pull down to open or something like that. So, but he was kind of a English knight, so to speak, puppet character that was attached to the wall, robotic-ish type of thing. But it was a lot of blast too. Yeah, Mr. Henry, Frank Peretti, it just the books that he writes are a lot serious, but he is a really, really funny guy and really talented. He played the banjo with his bluegrass band, but just such a quirky, fun guy to work with, and for him to make this children's show was just awesome. I think I was able to. I think I purchased some DVDs. I found them somewhere on eBay or something, some obscure set of DVDs with those episodes on there. But that was a really really fun show to work on as well.
Nice. And you worked on Webster and the Pod Squad.
Yeah, so you can see a Webster right here. There's actually the DVDs that we did, those three DVDs. That's actually something that I created um, after a lot of the entertainment puppetry work kind of dried up a little bit around Nashville. I went back to school and got my master's in school counseling. So I became a school counselor. And my very first job that I had in the school here in Nashville, I'm moving in as a new counselor. This is 2005. And I set up my office, get everything set. And a week before school starts, the principal says, "Hey, we're going to have to move your office because we got to put files in here." So they moved me to this building that's outside. It's a kind of a circular building, an annex building. And everybody kind of called it the pod because it was kind of a roundish building. And so I set up in there, and there's three other teachers in there as well. And so we kind of joked around that we're the pod squad out here. It's just three teachers and myself doing school counseling lessons, social emotional learning. So anyway, I embraced that right with the pod squad, and so I had a classroom there. Students would come to visit my class for character education, social emotional, and so I embraced the pod squad, and I had this puppet character, and I created Webster and the pod squad. So pod POD would stand for people of dignity, and so when they would come to my class, I would say, hey, you're going to come. We're learning how to be people of dignity. And we also had morning announcements on closed circuit TV. And so my principal and assistant principal, they were fine with me taking 5 minutes of it, or actually less than that, a couple minutes of it each day with Webster. And then I had a secondary character, Bob, as well, who would do Fridays. But Webster would each day, hey, Webster, and this is today's word from the pod squad. And so we would talk about different things like respect, responsibility, and so forth. So I would do that each morning on the closed circuit TV announcements. And then when they came to see me in class, a lot of times they would be able to talk with Webster as well. But created these DVDs, little over 90 episodes that are all about 2 or 3 minutes of Webster talking about different character traits, different things that he's learned along the way. And those kind of marketed for school counselors and schools to play for character building activities and so forth. Um, so that's kind of where that led me to. And then from there, I've started to author books as well and write different things kind of based on the same themes.
You know, Buzz is voiced by Kim Snodgrass.
Yeah. So on the video, there was a video of Kids Club, and she was the original uh, voice of Buzz, and I think she puppeteered him for 1 or 2 years, and then after that, I kind of took over from '93 until the park closed in '98. And so she started the character, and when they created a video, I think it was in '95, they made a video. Um, they wanted her to be the voice of it. I guess they thought her voice would play a little bit better on video, and so she voiced that. I did the puppeteering for it for the video, but for the show, I was the voice and puppeteer from '93 until the end of it.
Nice.
Oh, and she also Kim Snodgrass also did Mermy in Wisharoo Park. So
Will you show me some of the puppets?
I have two laying here with me. I've got I got Sir Reginald. He's a knight, a French knight, and then I have Webster. Who do you want to talk to?
I like to talk to two of them.
Okay. Now, do you want to just see them or you want to see me and them?
Them.
Okay. All right. Let me grab why don't I start off with Sir Reginald and we can end up with Webster. All right. I'll bring him on here. Oh, hello. How are you? Your name Cameron, is that correct? Oh, it is
Yes.
I, Sir Reginald Pierre Violet. Oh, so happy to see you. I see your viewing audience out there. So nice to see everyone out there in the podcast land. Oh,
Who made you?
oh, it was made from let's see. I believe it was a one way street, I believe. Oh, yes. Yes, they did
David
a fantastic
Pennebecker.
job. Oh, what's that?
David Pennebecker.
Ah, yes, that is correct. Yes, he has me special hands right here. That is special Panameka hands. Oh, he does a fine job. Fine craftsmanship. Oh,
And you appeared
you.
on Your Tiny Maestro.
What's that now?
I'll show you.
I have okay. Yes, I have not been in any movies or videos or anything. Although maybe one of my relatives. Oh, they look a little bit like me. Oh, oh yes. Oh, that is one of my friends for sure. Oh, there he is. Yes.
There's you.
Yeah, that is me. Yes, one version of me. Oh, look at that. I think I had more hair in that one. I have since gone bald. So fun. Oh yes, I see. My hair was green back then. I'm opting for the purple right now. Oh, thank you for showing me that. Trip down memory lane. Oh,
So I need to ask you some questions.
oh, of course, but of course.
What was it like being a knight?
Oh, it is all that I know, huh? So I am a knight, and I like to train other students, other children to be a knight, and we have knightly traits that we talk about. So how to be respectful and to be responsible for everything you do, and to be helpful. So it's wonderful. It's all that I know. I was born to be a knight, huh? Oh, look at that, huh? Yes. Okay. Wonderful. You know your stuff, don't you?
There's your friend.
There he is right there. Oh, it has been so long. He doesn't look a day over the last time I saw him. He's looking good. Yes, we came from good stock, huh?
Yes.
Well crafted. I noticed my armor is a little bit crooked here from haven't been walking around too much lately.
You have a knock knock joke?
Oh, let me see. Knock knock jokes, they're so funny. Okay. Okay, yes, I do. I do have a knock knock joke. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
That's not how the way it goes.
Oh, see, I already messed it up. Okay, do you know what I was going to say?
Banana who?
Ah, yes. And then and then you say again. Okay, say ask me knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Okay, one more time. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana again, huh? Oh, you see what I did there, huh? You thought I was going to do banana again, but I said orange, you glad, huh? Oh, that one always gets me. And this delicious fruit too. Oh, very good.
Gift made by David Pennebecker.
Yes, I believe that he was the inspiration behind my creation. Yes, I don't know if he actually was the one who handcrafted me, but was his design, no?
That's nice.
Yes, yes. He did a fantastic job.
You were playing the sleigh bells.
Did I play this sleigh bells?
Mm-hmm.
I can. I do not have any on me right now. It's going to be that time of year already to play the sleigh bells, huh? Christmas right around the corner.
Okay.
And I heard you guys was talking about Circuitous, just one of the friends of mine, Sir Reginald Circuitous, Circumference was another one of my friends, yes. Yeah. We all went to the same night school together. I was top of my class, however.
All right.
Yes. Now I understand. Did you also want to talk with my other friend, Webster, down there? Is that correct? I saw him waiting in the green room.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. So give me a minute. Let me go see if I can find him. And it's so nice to meet you, Cameron. Huh?
Hmm.
Okay. Let me go see. Hey, Webster. Hey, so it's your turn. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Okay. Oh, here we go. All right, we made it. Ah, thanks, Sir Reginald. Here I am. Okay, Cameron. Hello. How are you, sir?
Good.
Awesome. Oh, hey, the framing looks really nice. I got my name above my head. How about that? Oh, so you and Rob were talking about some of my shows. Is that right?
Right.
Oh, great. Yeah. So it's so much fun. I love to teach other kids about what I've been learning. My mom teaches me so much, and I like to share it on my Pod Squad. Yeah. Hey, I also have a joke if you want to hear a joke.
Okay.
Okay. So I have two of them actually. Some of my favorites. So, why do giraffes have really long necks?
What?
Because their feet smell so bad. You know, their nose needs to be far away because their feet smell so bad. Oh, that one gets me every time. Now, here's my other one. What side of a cheetah has the most spots? You know, it's the outside. The outside of the cheetah has the most spots. You see, some people think left or right, but it's the outside because the inside, they don't have any spots. Oh, those are my two favorite ones. Yep. What can I say? I'm a joke machine.
Okay. What did zero say to eight?
What did zero say to eight? Oh, I don't know.
Nice spelt.
Oh, yes, I love it because it cinched it in the middle. Yes. Oh, that's a good one. I like it. Why was eight afraid of seven?
What?
Because seven, eight, nine. All these number jokes. Seven, eight, or he has eaten nine. Oh, number jokes are the best.
And do you play dodgeball?
Oh, yeah. I have a little video. Did you see it? It's on, I think it's on my website too, websterpod.com. But I think there's a little scene of when I tried to play dodgeball and I actually got hit in the face and I fell down, but I was okay. So it's all right. I try to play dodgeball. I am not very good at it,
Okay.
but I am good at using a video camera. That's how I make all my Pod Squad episodes. Yep. If you've seen any of my episodes, we always start off. I'm holding the camera. I'm very careful with it because I'm borrowing it from my teacher.
Who made you?
Oh, you're gonna love this. Dave Prevet. Yep. So here's how this worked. Rob here sent in a picture of himself in like fourth grade and said, Dave, make a puppet of me when I was in fourth grade. And this is kind of what came out. Except I'm much better looking than he ever was. Don't tell him I said that, but it's true. Yep, and I kind of have my trademark Hawaiian shirt. A little shout out to Hawaii there. But Dave Prevet does very nice work. I think you've had him on the show. So if he watches this, hey, shout out to you, Dave. You did a fine job.
You were made by Play Soup.
That's correct. Yes. Now I think Dave maybe has sold that company since then. I think, but he was the one who actually designed and made me at Play Soup. which is not advocating for you to play with your soup. But yeah, that would get messy.
Do you have some questions for me?
I do. So I've been curious because I've seen some of your show and it's fantastic. I love all the people you have on there. Um, how did you get interested in puppetry?
Well, I was watching Baby Einstein when I was a baby,
Yes,
and I saw the puppets are on Baby Einstein.
yes,
So I watched Sesame Street and the Muppets.
I love it. And so, do you actually do puppetry too?
I do.
Do you have a puppet character there that I could talk to?
Kermit.
Oh, you do. Is that him in the background? I think I see a Kermit back there. There he is. I like it. Can you do a little Kermit for me? Because Kermit is one of my favorites.
You know, Dave Prevett is one of the puppeteers for Play Soup.
Yes, that's correct.
I mean, for Baby Einstein.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's done some fine work. Well, hello, Kermit. How are you?
Good.
You're looking very fine. Has it gotten any easier being green? Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Being the color of ordinary things, right? Yep. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. That's one of my favorite songs that you sing. I love it. I always look forward to seeing a movie with Kermit. So nice. Maybe someday I could be on set with Kermit. That would be super exciting. It's Webster meets the Muppets or Sesame Street. You know, Kermit, you're the only one that plays on both teams. Yeah, you got Muppets and Sesame Street. Super talented. I love it. So, Cameron, is that your favorite puppet, Cameron?
Well, I like Elmo.
Ah, yes. Good old Elmo. Yep, I think there's a picture right there of Elmo and Grouchland right up there. Yep, very cool. Do you have a favorite Muppet movie? What's your favorite one?
Ooh. I would say the Muppet movie.
Yeah. Do you like the original Muppet movie or some of the other ones?
The original.
Ah, yes. That's a classic. That's a good one. You can't beat that one. Super fun. I do like some of the newer ones that they've done. Those are pretty cool too. But the classic just stands on its own.
You know, Dave and June Prevett are the puppeteers for Baby Einstein.
Yeah, that's one of your favorite shows, isn't it? That's what you grew up watching.
Have you ever seen Baby Einstein?
No, I have not. I want to. I have not seen it. Do they still make them, or can I still get the DVDs or watch it online? Maybe.
You would say Baby Einstein.
Baby Einstein. Yeah. Okay. I need to look it up.
Let me see. What is your favorite Baby Einstein video?
What is my? I have not seen any yet, so I don't know. What's your favorite?
Like the one with Van Gogh.
Ah, Van Gogh. Nice. Super talented guy. Now you're making me really want to go watch them now.
Thanks.
Super cool. You got a lot of puppets behind you, it looks like.
That was a PlaySuit custom puppet.
No, I was for sure. Yes. Very custom. In fact, some of the earlier renditions had my cheeks a lot puffier. I looked like a chipmunk. I had to bring my cheeks in a little bit, add a few freckles, add the glasses. Custom puppet. There's only one of me around, and I like it that way. Only one Webster.
All right.
Yeah, man, it's been nice to finally meet you, Cameron. I've enjoyed your podcast, so I was super excited to actually meet you on Zoom here. It's been fantastic.
That's nice.
Yeah. Now, did you have any other questions for me, or did you want to get back to talking to Rob?
What is your favorite color?
Ah, yes, great. My favorite color is blue. See, I'm wearing my blue shirt, and my sign up there is blue. See it? Yep, yep. Favorite color is blue. My favorite food is peanut butter and asparagus, and I have the world's best dog named Rusty. He's a golden lab. I mean, sorry, golden retriever.
That's nice.
Yep, he's the best.
You do sound like Milo.
Do I? Okay. Yep. Sometimes people say I sound like people they know.
I met Milo in the Fellowship of Christian Puppeteers conference.
Oh, very cool. Maybe I need to meet Milo.
You know, your friend Dave Prevet made you.
Sure did. Fine job. He knows me inside and out. Yep. Stitch by stitch. Did a fantastic job. And that was let's see, 2009, maybe 2009. So it's been a while. Quality work.
So, can we be Facebook friends?
Oh yeah, you want to join my Facebook? It's Webster Pod Squad. Yeah, you can do it. I would love it.
Okay.
Or anybody else who wants to. Yeah, anybody who's watching, come on. I always like to have friends on Facebook. Now, I will say, Rob has been using my Facebook account to try to sell his new book. So if you see a lot of that on there, Rob's kind of been taking over a little bit. But I still look at it so I can respond.
You're my
Oh,
friend.
I see the friend request. I see it. Okay, let me click on it here. Let's see. Okay. And oh, there, I just confirmed. There you go. We are officially friends.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And you're my friend, Webster.
Yep. And you're my friend. So cool. So yeah, we can connect on Facebook. Well, Rob's got accounts on Instagram and X as well, but Facebook, that's where I look.
Yes.
You can check out my website too, websterpod.com. Got some sample videos on there, different things. By the way, I like your picture on your Facebook. You got the cool sunglasses. Very cool. I like it.
Did you even go to schools?
I do. I go to schools. Yeah. Yep. I've been at a lot of schools. I like to talk to students, and tell them things I've been learning and ask them what they've been learning too. So fun. Schools are the best.
And I did show you Snowbird.
Oh, very cool. I love Snowbird. Here's a fun fact. They filmed that here in Nashville a lot of times. And Rob here actually filled in a couple times when both Dave and Eddie weren't available. They pre-recorded the voice, and Rob did a couple of filming episodes for them as Snowbird. He also did some of the costume character work too. Little fun fact. I love Snowbird. Hey, Snowbird.
Hey, Webster.
Yeah, there it is. Love it. One of my favorite penguins.
Dave Prevet was the puppeteer behind Snowbird on Channel 4 News.
Correct. He and Steve Pennington, but Steve Pennington did Myra and the Rat, and Dave did Snowbird, and then Eddie May did him a few times too. So fun. Oh, I hear my dog is starting to bark for me. Oh, I might have to go let my dog outside. I'm gonna have to turn it back over to Rob because my dog Rusty needs to go outside. We don't want to have an accident again. Hey, Cameron, I'm gonna look for you on Facebook. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for friending me. Okay, I'll turn it back over to Rob here. Okay, all right. Okay, bye bye. I'll go this way.
Oh, that crazy Webster.
Hmm.
He's a fun guy.
Was Dave Privet your friend?
I didn't know him as well. He and Steve obviously are really good friends, and so that's where the connection came. I have worked occasionally on and off with Dave, not a ton. I would have liked to work with him more because he's super talented. Um, but like Webster told you, I did contact with him to make the Webster puppet for me, which is very cool. Because my first Webster was actually just a puppet that I'd gotten from One Way Street, one of their professional series when they were doing those. But I used him so much he kind of deteriorated, and when I wanted to make the DVD movie things, I needed to have an original puppet, not one that just anybody could purchase, anywhere. So that's when I contacted Dave and loved the work he did.
Do you watch Baby Einstein?
I have not seen that. I know what you're talking about. I have not watched any of those episodes. It somehow missed me when I was a kid.
The puppet's back.
So, what
So,
other questions do you have of me, Cameron?
what was it like working on the Parables of Peter Rabbit?
Oh, wow, that's going way back. I think that might have been with Barry McAllister. I think was maybe it was his character. I can't quite remember now. I worked with him on some of his things. Um, that was fun. That was really early on in my career of video puppetry. So I was still learning the nuance of reading off a monitor while you're puppeteering and having the images reversed and all those things. Uh, but yeah, always, anytime I can be on set in a puppet gig, I love it. That's when I'm in my element. It's so much fun. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, but a lot of fun.
Nice. Now,
Yeah.
Images in Motion did Peter Rabbit.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Images in Motion did Peter Rabbit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a long time. That was a long time ago. I don't remember much from that shoot. I don't think I did as much on that one as I did on others. Like I said, that was early on when I was mostly just assisting. But we did work with again with Animax and Eddie B and those guys on a show called New Time. I think yeah, I've got one of their pictures up here. So New Time was a show from France, and they translated it into English about a boy and a girl, kind of like bedtime. And there was a big bear and a cloud with a clock that would talk to people on it and so forth. Um, but the funny thing about that is the translation from French dialogue into English didn't always translate where it made a lot of sense. And some of the phrasing they had was kind of weird. Like you'd wake up and say, "Hey, it's time to get the fog out of our mouths," which almost sounded like they were cursing, but they kind of meant like it's time to brush our teeth and get that nasty taste out of your mouth. But they would say, "Time to get the fog out of our mouths." And so it was kind of we had a lot of inside jokes on that one just because it didn't always translate into what seemed to be an appropriate translation.
Nice. Well, Rob, thank you so much for your time.
And Cameron, I am so honored that you contacted me and asked me to be on the show. I saw the list of people you've had on previously, and I'm just honored to be on the same podcast as all of those I consider puppetry royalty folks. So I'm just extremely honored. But you can follow me on killencreations.com and got some of my puppetry stuff on there. Got some books that I've been writing. Webster's Pod Squad stuff is also on there as well. So we can hopefully stay in contact.
I need to say goodbye to Webster.
Oh, you need to say goodbye to Webster. Let me see if I can get him back. Webster, did you let Rusty out yet?
Yeah, hold on. I'm coming. Whew. Had to get him all the way outside. Oh, so sorry. Okay, yes, here I am. Sorry, I had to let my dog out. Didn't want to clean up his mess. Yes, Rob said you guys are signing off. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'm glad I caught you one more time. Cameron, thank you so much for first of all asking Rob on the show, and then especially that I could be on the show because I love to meet other puppeteers and puppets. It's so fun, and it was great to meet you and to be friends with you finally on Facebook.
Bye, Webster.
All right, bye bye, Cameron. Thank you so much.
Cameron, thank you so much for the honor.
And good night, too.
Yes, thank you. Oh, on the night. Oh, you want to say bye to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Hey, Sir Reginald, he wants to say bye to you. Oh, okay. Yes, can do. And oh, yes, okay. Cameron, my man, thank you for having me on your show. It was an extreme honor for a night of myself.
You're welcome.
Oh, oh, hopefully we can meet again sometime soon, huh? Yes. Until then, au revoir.
Bye, sir.
Uh, Sir Reginald and Webster.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I think that's it. You know, it's just been so fun to reminisce about old puppet gigs and share some of my stories and those sorts of things. Like I said, I'm starting to write books now as well, and so some of my puppetry is branching into that. I do have a book that just came out called The Story of Shapes, which is about diversity and circles, squares, and triangles. And the reason I mention that is because I may have a friend of mine make some shape puppets, and I would like to eventually create little short video vignettes with the shapes interacting with each other. So hopefully, if so, we can you can check those out. But I gotta have them made first. So, but that's my goal.
What was your first book?
The Story of Shapes is my first published book. It just came out in July. Like I said, it's about diversity and about how these shapes learn that instead of staying in their separate villages, when they actually work together, they can create beautiful things, make shapes that they've never made before. So it just came out. It's available on Amazon. It's on my website. Should be in bookstores in the next couple months. But I am hoping to have, like I said, some puppet videos that come out of that as well.
Nice. Stay tuned for
Yeah.
more guests coming up. Until next time, peace.
Bye, guys. Thanks.